So what was your reaction to Donald Trump actually being charged for essentially attempting to overturn the 2020 election?
Well, look, I think we need to be clear about what happened in the weeks leading up to January 6th. The allegations that are laid out in the indictment make it clear that Pennsylvania voters were the target of a criminal conspiracy to throw out their votes and to usurp their constitutional rights. And President Trump was the leader of that. And so he needs to be held accountable. So, I think his indictment is just a next step in the process to making sure that people are held accountable and that no one is above the law, not presidents, not political consultants, not attorneys, but he has tried to disenfranchise the voters, the votes of voters here in Pennsylvania, and that can't stand. And that's something that Governor Shapiro pushed back on as Attorney General, and it's something that we're going to fight to protect the right to vote as governor and lieutenant governor, regardless of whether people vote for us or not.
Were they sharing with you that they too were concerned that this was an attempt to not just disenfranchise voters, but potentially end our democratic republic?
They did share a number of concerns. I think for a while, many Republicans on the other side thought it was just theater. It was just playing to the media and their base. And then I think as we got closer and the pressure from President Trump and his team began to bear down on them, they recognized that they were being asked to break the law. And luckily, there were members of the Republican Party in the legislature who had integrity and stood up for our fundamental rights and our values. But they were under an enormous amount of pressure. And I can remember coming to the Capitol one day in between the election and swearing in day, and there was a throng of people that they had to bring us in through the basement of the Capitol into the building because it was unsafe for legislators to walk on the grounds of the Capitol. That's just an example of how tense that moment got, and that people were literally putting themselves at risk to carry out the jobs that they were elected to do because the former president put so much pressure on folks.